Hey guys, the pet update just came out and I've tried to find a legendary version of every pet and try and compare them to see which ones are worth it. So I'm going to make a tier list of these and show you exactly which ones are worth getting. Starting off with the Bipap, you can buy this in the hub. If you have 15 other people with the same pet, you'll get a maximum of 300 extra intelligence. This could be used to finish the Romero quest, as well as 225 extra strength. This will make a huge difference in dragon fights and maybe with the Slayer update coming soon. This is definitely a pet you should get, but since it's only usable in a couple of situations, I'll put it in the B tier. The Blaze Pet gives 20% extra stats in the Nether Fortress, which I assume means the Blazing Fortress. This seems pointless for now because there's no tough enemies there anyway, but if they're going to add a Wither boss there soon, it might be useful. It also upgrades the Blaze Armor stats by 40%. If this carries over to the Frozen Blaze set, it'll be one of the highest damage dealing items in the game. It also doubles the effects of Hot Potato Books, which means the Frozen Blaze Armor will be even tankier. I'm going to put this in the S tier for now. The Ender Dragon pet is extremely rare drop from the Ender Dragon, and it finally makes a sword better than the 50mm Midas. If you max this out, the AOTD will deal the most damage, and it'll also help with fighting dragons and increasing all stats. The increase to all stats should include Magic Find as well, so having this will get you rich. There's no reason this shouldn't be in the S tier. The Phoenix Pet is currently the most expensive on the auction house, going for 100 million coins, but I don't think it's quite as good as everyone else does. Not losing coins on death would be nice, but there's already a piggy bank in the game. Flying on your private island is useful, but Magic Mushroom Soup isn't worth 100 mil. Rekindle is nice, but most players that can afford this are tanky enough to not die often anyway. And Fourth Flare is the only useful part of this, increasing your damage quite a lot, but there are other pets that do it even further. So I'm going to put this in the A tier. The Parrot Pet can be bought from the Dark Auction. Its most useful feature is that it boosts potion duration by 40% if you get it to level 100. This means that you can use it when splashing potions, but after that you may as well swap it out for another pet. It'll be useful, but it's not an all-round pet, so I'm going to put it in the B tier. The Skeleton Horse was in the game before the pet update, and now the pet update has arrived, all they've done is given it a bit more speed than the regular horse. For how hard it is to get, it's very useless. I'm putting it in the D tier. The Ocelot is the first pet on this list that gives extra skill XP. Every skill now has a pet that will boost your XP gain by 30%. So I'm going to put this in the XP tier. Definitely use these pets whenever you're specifically leveling a skill. Each one of these pets I extremely recommend getting. The Ocelot in particular also has a 25% chance to dodge attacks, effectively giving you 25% extra health in every fight. The Bat Pet reduces your grappling hook cooldown, which is fun, but it's not very useful. C tier. The Snowman Pet was also around before the pet update. Its perks are very useless, but it gives good damage strength and crit damage. When maxed, it'll increase your damage quite a lot. Put it in the C tier. The perks to the Wither Skeleton are quite useless for now, but might be better when they add the Wither boss. However, the stat increase is very good. If you max it out, you get 5% extra crit chance and a lot more damage. B tier. Turtle Pet can also be bought from the Dark Auction. Its stats make you a lot tankier, but the main use is immunity to knockback, which used to happen from the Slime Hat, but now you can do it without replacing one of your armor pieces. So it'll be very useful for Slayers and Dragons. A tier. The Guardian Pet is another XP minion for enchanting, which makes it kind of pointless, but if you want to level it up enchanting, make sure to use that pet. The Flying Fish Pet can be caught by killing a Sea Emperor. It'll give you 10% increased fishing speed when maxed out, which is a huge difference to fishing. It will make you a lot more money when you do it. It's going in the A tier. The Enderman Minion is something that all players should get, specifically to use for the fire trials. If you use this in conjunction with the massive set, you get a lot more health and easily get the legendary campfire badge. Putting this in A tier, I highly recommend getting it. It also increases special zealot find rate, which is one of the highest money making methods currently, and this will just make it even better. The Chicken Minion is probably one of the first pets you'll get. You need to get it at least to rare, so that when you kill chickens you can get more eggs. You should definitely get this to farm more eggs so you can get as many pets as possible. I'm putting the chicken in the B tier. The Pigment Pet is similar to the Ender Dragon Pet in that it makes the Pigment Sword even better than the 50mm Midas. It also increases PvP damage, but since that's not in the game yet, I'm not sure how well that'll affect it. It also deals more damage to higher level monsters, which means dragons. This is definitely going in the S tier. The Wolf Pet is simply very good for doing Sven Slayers. It also gives you 15% combat XP, so combine this with the Hunter Ring and the XP pot, you can get 40% extra combat XP. As far as I could tell, no one has a legendary or epic horse pet, but the rare one is just a horse that you can ride to speed up your travels through Skyblock. Everyone should get one, but it's not super useful. It's going in the C tier. The Squid Pet not only boosts your fishing XP, but increases the chance to find squids. This is extremely useful when fishing in the rain and will make you a lot of money. The Rabbit Minion is also an XP minion that helps with your farming XP. So while you farm pumpkins, have this active and you get 30% extra XP. While no one has a legendary sheep pet yet, I assume that it will give alchemy XP, since it's the only pet in the game that has alchemy pet under the title. These XP pets will help you level up your pets. The more skill XP you get, the higher level your pets are, so equipping one of these will level them up quickly. Magma Cube Pet drops from the Magma Cube boss. It increases your slime minions rate, which is useful because that sells for a lot on the auction house. I don't think that the Ember Armor buff will be very useful. It's still not better than most Dragon Armors. Put this in the C tier. The Silverfish Minion is simply another XP minion for mining. Finally, the Jerry Minion is obviously the most powerful of all, and that's going in the SSS tier. I also made a list of the cheapest to most expensive pets. By far the cheapest is the Rabbit Pet. It only needs 1 stack of enchanted rabbit. The next 2 tiers are filled with those that are craftable. Then it goes to more expensive ones that are either very expensive to craft or hard to find. The second to most expensive tier is those in the dark auction, the Blaze Pet and the Enderman Pet, which everyone's trying to get. The most expensive are the Phoenix Pet and the Ender Dragon Pet, because they are the rarest. So if you want to collect every single pet, start at the top of that list and go down. There are 4 other pets that haven't been released yet. These will be released during the zoo event later in the week. The tiger, the lion, the giraffe and the whale. And the whale stats have already been leaked online. The blue whale pet will give you 250 extra health every time you drink a potion. I don't see this as very useful because most people don't drink potions very often, especially not in the middle of a fight. It gives you some tank stats, but the main use of this is 10% extra max health, which will work very well with Mastiff Armor. This could be used for the file trials as well. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped you figure out which pets are worth going for.